Today I'd like to share some comments and criticisms on accusations against MGTOW. MGTOW being men going their own way. Now, MGTOW is not a very popular thing, and a lot of people never heard about it. But you can find some discussions on the internet about it from outsiders. And if you look on a website like reddit.com, the conversations you'll find there are basically people repeating the same things over and over again, like, okay, MGTOW are losers. Why don't they just shut the fuck up and go their own way already? They're just like the feminists, and so on. And if you're a MGTOW, you're probably going to get some of these accusations. So I've decided to make this video series called Accusations Against MGTOW. Now, I made a post on the MGTOW subreddit. I said that women who are bimbos are bad, and I'll link that in the description below. And then another subreddit who doesn't like MGTOW, the Bluepill, they linked my thread saying that I am against maternity leave because I referenced this guy's video, Jerry Louis, where he said there was a model who was an intern who was elevated by her beauty, and she wanted to become the fill-in for the anchor, even though she had no qualifications, just because she's pretty and used to getting her way based on that. And for some reason, these people didn't like it. Now, interactions with these people tend to boil down to a few common denominators. And one of these accusations are, why don't you shut the fuck up and just go your own way already? This guy says, speaking of why do you care? Aren't you going your own way anyway? And this other guy, Zozo Forever, writes, why even bothered by this stuff, man? Why don't you just give them a pass? Who cares? People are opportunistic. They're opportunistic in their careers. You're just getting your pants in a twist. You claim to go your own way. Here's the kicker. You claim to go your own way. But I only see you nagging about women. You're just a bunch of whingers. You're so concentrated on women. Shouldn't you be going your own way? Now, some of these people make different comments for various reasons. Maybe some people really are just ignorant. Other people are fully aware of what they're saying, but they're just saying it in a tongue-in-cheek way, probably to try and piss you off. Either way, the fundamental problem with this argument, this accusation, is that it's a straw man. Now, the fundamental premise is that MGTOWs are actually megafu or megafuyu. In other words, men going away from women, or men going away from women in every way. For example, you wouldn't want any studies to do with women. You wouldn't want any data to do with women. You wouldn't want to read any news stories to do with women. You wouldn't even want to read a book about women or female nature. You wouldn't want even to watch a movie with female characters in, or read a book with female characters in. You wouldn't listen to songs with a female vocalist, because we are men going away from women in every way. Most importantly, we don't talk about women and the bad things that they do. Now, see, the people who say this wouldn't have any problem with MGTOW if these people studied female nature and came to the conclusion that women are all fluffy, pretty little lambs that shit banana strawberry pancakes. Instead, the conclusion that many MGTOW come to from studying female nature is that being heavily invested with a woman, especially in this time and era in Western civilization, is not a good decision. In other words, we're speaking negatively about women. So it doesn't matter if what we're saying is true or demonstrable. It's slander. It's in fact slandering half the population. This poster here, Sizzle23, says most examples involving women are negative that MGTOWs talk about. That's why I said slandering half the population. What this person fails to understand is that slandering means something that is untrue. It's negative and untrue. Okay? This person is only concerned if something is negative, not with whether it's true or not. Imagine, for example, you got a mate with a health problem, and he's getting hustled, man, by this huckster snake oil salesman, right? And you're going to help him out. So you go up to him, there's three of you there, you, your friend, and the snake oil salesman, and you're just charging him with all these fucking felonies. Like, dude, you're a fucking hustler. You're a fucking con artist, okay? Your snake oil is bullshit, okay? I would never, ever touch that stuff. In fact, I renounced that years ago. I'm a mayim. I'm a man making my own medicine now, okay? Because I've learned about that shit. This guy goes, man, you do not know what you're talking about, man. You said that you're a mayim, that you're a man making your own medicine, But here you are, you just keep on talking about me and my snake oil, man. Why are you always fucking talking about me and my snake oil selling brothers? But you claim you're a man making your own medicine? Now, is the snake oil seller going to make any concessions to your arguments? No, he's not, because he's making a lot of money dollar scamming your mate. Now, if you ask people like this, okay, what should MGTOWs be talking about then? And I have asked people these questions. They'll basically say, well, MGTOW will say we're going our own way because we don't see the benefits in it. And we get all these benefits just from being single bachelors. Like, we can buy nice fucking motorbikes. We've got so much time. Or I can develop my business. So basically, all of our interaction with each other, our discussion should be based around what we're doing with our extra time and our extra money and how good it is to have those things. Now, of course, women have been talking with each other about their problems for fucking eons, man. That's why they got the feminisms. And one of the reasons why it did so well and men's right doesn't have any tractions, apart from biological imperatives, is the fact that men don't talk about shit, okay? All of a sudden, there's a group of guys who actually want to do that, okay, thanks to the internet and the things that it allows us to do. We want to do that. Oh, but we can't do that. Why? Why? Because we don't want to get married. Okay, we don't want to get married, so we can't talk about men that get married. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, are you against drug addicts? Well, you can't talk about the effects of drugs on people because you're against drugs. Okay, are you against Big Macs and processed meats and animal slaughter? Oh, okay, yeah, you're a vegan, right? Yes, I am a vegan, okay? Well, you can't talk about meats and eggs and dairy products because you don't eat them. So, accusations against MGTOW. You are a whingy complainer. Why don't you just go your own way? Why do we talk about women if we're going our way? Well, first of all, because we can, okay? When we've been doing it, and men don't usually do it, and we're men, and we can do it, okay? There's nothing contradictory between avoiding investment, economic, sexual, emotional investment with women, and on the other hand, investing in understanding female nature through talks and discussion and investigation into that. In fact, I would say they are mutually inclusive. Let's pretend for a moment that we're full on level 27 monk mode MGTOW, we're done, man. We've learned everything there's to know, like fucking MGTOW Nirvana. Even then, you'd still talk about women because there are other men out there who aren't as enlightened as you, who could do with a bit of help, avoiding the suffering and the pain that investing with the succubus of our millennial generation, yeah. But the fact is, that's not really going to happen for even the most seasoned guys, right? It's always a journey, just like life. It's a journey. It's constantly evolving. There's always more for you to know. And this is the very important part because, when you put things into their proper context, right? We ain't living in a MGTOW world, right? We're living in more of a gynocentric world. So to be a MGTOW in a gynocentric world, man, you're a fucking fish out of water. And to maintain that, it's hard if you're on your own. That's why we got this community of MGTOW. It's an ongoing process. And, a lot of people say MGTOW's just one blowjob away from the plantation. And that's more true and less true for some of us. So the other function, and indeed the primary function that MGTOW have in their community is this discussion about woman and female nature is really what forges this community and our engagement in the community, the creativity, especially in the YouTube community, the theorizing and so on. And that's kind of the beautiful thing about MGTOW is we are men going our own way, and it's an individualistic thing. We're doing our own thing, but at the same time, we do have a community that we share with each other, and that is heavily rooted in discussing women and issues to do with them, because that is heavily rooted in being MGTOW. It's rather obvious, really, at the end of the day. A lot of guys were doing this Not because we want to enjoy the benefits of, buying that big fucking motorbike. I mean, those are kind of side effects. The real reason why we do it is because of these issues that you have with men. And you have to talk about women to get there. And the fact is, you never really get there. And there'll always be guys out there who we need to help. And these are the fundamental reasons why MGTOW men talk about women. Because it is fundamental to men going their own way, to think about these things, to investigate these things, and to discuss these things, contradictory as it may look at face value to people who don't understand. Well, hey, if you made it this far, thanks for listening. Some of the future videos I want to do in this series, Accusations Against MGTOW, would be You're the Same as the Feminists, and also Good Riddance, you're a loser anyway who can't get any pussy. I'm glad you're out of the dating pool. And